What it do, homies? It's your boy Dave, and I'm back today. We out here with another reaction to Opeth. This time we're checking out their Harvest song. I think it's been a minute since I've done a reaction to Opeth. Last time I did one, I believe it was for their Sorceress song. I did a reaction to their official lyric video. Beautiful stuff, man. They do a really good job of trying to visually capture the whatever conceptual thing that they may be talking about in their song. For a minute, I thought I had already heard the song Harvest. By Opeth, but that was actually not Opeth. That was Nightwish that I did a reaction to. So I went and checked my reaction, make sure I haven't done it already. I was going to do a reaction to Tool's song. I think it was called like Fisted or something like that. But then I saw this pop up and it's more recent, and I was like, oh yeah, it's time to get another Opeth reaction done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and shut up and turn it up. This is a pretty lengthy song. That was nice. So, the intro of a song could tell you not everything that you need to hear, but most of what you need to understand, going into it. Intros to songs are extremely powerful, and the type of things that I'm getting right now, just based off that intro, is that it's definitely kind of carrying a story vibe, storytelling kind of vibe, right? Almost kind of like like a sad adventure, if you will, right? And it has some little bit of notes of, there's a little bit of note of happiness in there, just the way that the rhythm is kind of carrying itself. But then the guitar kind of came in and kind of introduced this kind of sorrow, kind of that right, you know what I mean? So it almost kind of gave it like an eerie feel. I love the transition into the lyrics, that during that little break that they did in there, because some of the instruments that were forefront kind of took a step back, and the main melody was still there, but it kind of well, how do I want to explain? Let me go back a little bit. Okay, so it's that dee that disappeared. Even though it's funny because when it came in, it had such a prominent, it was filling such a prominent space in there. I would think that it was playing from the beginning, right? When I sit here and I try to recollect, that's some good mixing right there. When when they transition into the lyrics, that dude, I feel like something's missing. But now that I go back and listen to it, I don't think anything was missing. That's just how prominent that little guitar singing that lasted for maybe like 8 bars or eight. I think about 8 measures was some good stuff right there. All right, we ain't even made it to the lyrics yet, y'all. Or maybe it's just more bass. before they jump into there. So, one thing that I've known about Opeth is that they are very, very crafty with their wordplay, and sometimes it takes a couple of listens to really try to figure out what's going on in the lyrics, and everything right here is very stylized, right? So I'm listening, but I'm also trying to interpret it, what I'm listening to and also what I'm seeing, right? Um, the chorus, right, of a song is there to bridge the whole entire meaning. It's like a short summary of what the entire song is all about, while the lyrics sit there, and they go into detail of, fleshing out the chorus or the concept of the song, right? So generally, I like to try to pay more attention to the chorus on everything to try to understand what was going on. And here's what I'm thinking of right now. Now, the song is called a Harvest and everything, so it's almost as if, let me listen to it one more time, because I'm almost there as far as trying to figure out what the song's about. So the wilted scenes for us who couldn't wait. Hold on, let me go back. I think into okay. So into the orchard I walk, peeling way past the gate. Into the orchard I wait pathway. Okay, so if you die, assuming that this is about death, right? Because that's the kind of sense that I'm getting. Walking past the gate. Maybe it's like maybe you in search for like you in a hurry, right? To try to find something, and you end up missing what you were looking for. Maybe. Yeah, wilted scenes for us who couldn't wait. So patience is a virtue, right? And then going, if you can't wait, then the only thing that awaits you is death. But you're already dead. I'm about to take a look into these lyrics a little bit deeper. Of course, it's definitely one of those songs where it's gonna, you never know, it might all connect here at the end for me. Of course, Kareem's walking shadows head. See, it's crazy because I gotta kind of take this line by line to kind of figure out what's going on. And I know I'm pausing a bit, but that's just what happens when the music grips me. I can't let it go. Coldest, drained by the coldest caress, walking shadows ahead. Drained by the shadows, caress, walking shadows ahead. Maybe that's like maybe you're walking along, maybe you're walking an unbeaten path or something like that with others that are also there with you. Shadows ahead is what I'm thinking. Yeah, halo of death, all I see is departure. Moments lament, but it's me who's the martyr. Like you being a martyr, like being sacrificed. I don't know, guys. I'm almost there, but right now I'm kind of teetering on being lost in complete enlightenment. That was a very interesting guitar solo. It almost had a sense of a blues almost kind of feel, right? If you kind of just, if you like, not necessarily transpose, or you kind of take the backtrack out and then you kind of overlay it with like kind of like the blues, like a blues chords that you would play. Um And then you throw that solo in there, it'll fit in just well. But that was very interesting, kind of a blues feel. Now, I'm trying to understand this song. I was completely, not taking into effect the visuals that we got going on here. And of course, the title of the song, Harvest. Now, obviously, from what I can see visually, trying to interpret this, is it looks like it's fall, right? So everything that was once full of life is now dripping away. You know what I mean? Uh, in preparation, right? So fall, things are dying, associated with death. What I don't understand is the deers that they keep showing, right? They obviously have some type of prominent feature here. Do deers come out more in the fall? I thought they go into hibernation. No, no, that don't make any sense. I see deers all the time outside of my apartment during the fall. Um, I just completely forgot. And of course, we have this whole entire gray overtone, which also kind of lends to the whole age decaying, right? Could this song be about growing older, harvest, right? You know what I mean? Like now is your time to come. So the reaper has come, but maybe you're trying to delay your death. Maybe. Hmm. Spirit painted scene. Vocals. Nice. And the sun goes down right there. So yeah, it's interesting. Okay. So, is that the end song? Okay. Very metal art. They must be the ones who's responsible for the visuals. Good stuff right there. Okay, so I mentioned somewhere earlier that earlier in this reaction that maybe it has something to do with growing old or hanging on, right? And doing types of things to prolong your death. You know what I mean? Like you're getting older, and some people are afraid of being death. So I'm starting to think about the lyrics where halo of death, right, and departure, and shadows ahead and everything, and you yourself becoming a martyr or whatnot. I'm sitting there thinking like maybe like a martyr for like science or something like that. Very interesting. And then I started thinking about the deer, and of course they show the deer in two instances. They show it as is growing like a baby. It might be an elk. It might be an elk and not a deer. I honestly don't know what the difference between a deer and an elk is. Uh, but for this purpose, we're gonna say deer. Okay. They showed a deer in what looked like his baby stage, and then they also showed a deer what looked like it's an adult stage. So from that, I could sit here and think about maybe it's just the evolution of life, and maybe the type of issues that goes on towards becoming older, right? That's where I'm thinking right now. Now, of course, we're in a golden age of information. I could just simply go into like genius.com maybe and then look up Opeth and Harvest and then see exactly what it's about. but that's not any fun, right? I want to know how close I was or how far removed I was to trying to understand this song. Now, I did enjoy the song, right? I did enjoy it. It's just, with Opeth, they're a conceptual band, and I want to understand. This is the type of music that really gets me going. All the crap that we hear on mainstream, I think Opeth's definitely producing music with a purpose, and that's why I take the time I take to try to figure out what they actually trying to say to me, because I feel like it's worth my time. You know what I mean? So, if you guys want, you can tell me exactly what it is about, because I'm not going to go look it up. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to kind of think the way that I'm thinking and what I think it's about. I could be wrong, but just tell me what it's about, or at least what you guys think it's about, because some songs are just open to interpretation. If there's anything that I've learned about my experience with jazz, is that there's a quote. I forgot who said it, but they said, if you have to ask what the song was about, then you'll never get an answer, or something like that. That's very loosely based quote, somewhere around there, right? The whole point of that was that it's not about what it's about. It's about what you think it's about. But with Opeth, sometimes they have a very clear, direct message. So, all right, I've been talking long enough. That's the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, leave a like and subscribe. Dave's out.